WISL Learning Tools provides an effective mechanism for student-teacher dialogue. The Q&A is initiated by the student when solving problems accessed from the Learning Aid menu. The student will select a problem, let's say for example, understanding arrays, and pick another one, and yet another one. There's one. This one he looks at and he decides that he'd like to have a little bit more clarification. And what he's concerned about is whether he should be looking at it from the standpoint of columns or rows. So he's going to click on the Q and express his question as follows. Do I at columns or rows first? Let's spell it right. To get the answer. So once he's completed it and is satisfied with how it looks, he'll submit. And then he's given an opportunity to confirm, and he says okay. Now, when the question is submitted, a record is generated that includes some of the key data attributes from the Learning Aid page, including the title of the problem type, the text of the problem, the answers, and what's in the display area. And the record is added to the teacher's outstanding question list, and the text of the question that he entered initiates the question answer thread. The teacher selects student questions from the administration menu and is presented with the question threads display. The teacher then selects the desired class from the drop-down list, and the one we want is the first one. And she may select unanswered questions mode or the all questions report, which includes all outstanding questions, not just those awaiting a response. We are going to pick the unanswered to make it a shorter list. Upon selection of that, by selecting the query button, teachers presented with the class question list. The questions are listed in date-time order beginning with the earliest submitted. The teacher may select the question thread or view the data from the question record, key attributes on the display at the time of the submission that was generated when the question was submitted. Now, what we're going to do, we've identified this as our question based on the time that we just recently submitted. We're going to take a look at the data, and we're going to notice that yes, this is in fact the question that we submitted the data that we based our question upon. So then we'll take a look at the thread, and you'll notice that if the data has already been displayed, then the question or the answer box is displayed superimposed over the data so you can see it while you're doing the response. So the teacher then decides, okay, I'm going to enter an answer, because he could simply, if she's in a classroom situation, could simply may have a desk visit with a student and explain the answer. But in this case, she's going to actually respond through the answer capability here, and she's going to say Either it's saying that either one could generate an answer. Um, it could be looked at in any order. So make sure we take out the spelling mistakes, and we'll send this to the student. And you'll notice that when it's sent, the outstanding questions are removed from the list, and she can proceed with looking at the other questions. Returning to the learning aid display where the student is still working, if at any point it happens that there are any questions for which there are answers that he has not yet acknowledged, then the light bulb icon will become highlighted in yellow, as you can see. Upon selecting the light bulb icon, the student will be presented with a list of all questions with outstanding answers. This list has features essentially the same as that of the teacher. So if we can take a look at the one that we just received from the teacher here, we can look at the data and confirm that it's the one. Yeah, that's the question. And then we can take a look at the thread and see what the teacher's told us. And she has said either one could generate an answer. They can be looked at in any order, which is the answer that this teacher submitted. Now at this point, if he's got a further question, he can enter it here and send it back to the teacher, or he can mark it as complete. In this case, we're going to mark it as complete. And again, there's confirmation, which he does. And then again, as with the teacher, the question that has been answered and marked as complete has been removed from the list. In the administration menu, the teacher can select reporting and find a report on completed questions that she can, of course, select by date range. We'll just take them all. And this consists of all questions that have been completed, and if she wants to analyze these questions later on, she can do so, and some of the similar features like viewing the data for a specific question or the communication thread are all available to look at in detail. But she may, once she's got a significant list of questions, she may wish to analyze them by problem type or even by student, and this can be done by using the selection features in the reporting. This completes the WISL Learning Tools Q&A tutorial.